There's a danger that sometimes we physicists know too much. Let me tell you a story and then I'll begin. Over 200 years ago, we had the great French Revolution. And one day there were three gentlemen about to lose their head to the guillotine. There was a priest, a lawyer, and a theoretical physicist, just like me, about to have our heads cut off. Well, they put the priest's head on the chopping block. And they asked him, "Do you have any last words before we cut your priestly head off?" And the priest said, "Yes, yes." He said, God from above, he shall certainly set me free." Well, all eyes were on the blade. They raised the blade. The blade came down, swish, and it stopped right before it hit the neck of the priest. Well, the mob had never seen this before. They were shocked. They said, "God has spoken. Let the priest go." And now let's see about the lawyer. Yes, the lawyer. Now the bloodlust was starting. Yes, the lawyer. They put the lawyer's head on the chopping block and they asked him, "Do you have any last words before we cut your lawyerly head off?" And he said, "Yes." He said, "Maybe the spirit of justice. Yes, justice and mercy. She shall set me free." Well, they raised the blade. The blade came down, swish, and it stopped right before it hit the neck of the lawyer. Well, this time the crowd went crazy. They said, "Let there be a national holiday. Today, God has spoken. Justice, mercy have spoken today." And now let's see about that theoretical physicist. Well, they put the physicist's head on the chopping block and they asked him, "Do you have any last words before we cut your head off?" And he said, Yeah, I got some last words. And he said, "I don't know too much about God. And I know even less about the law. But I do know one thing. If you look up, you'll see that the rope is stuck on the pulley." And then he said, "If you remove the rope, the blade should come down real good." Big mistake. Big mistake. Well, the rope came down, the blade came down, and the poor physicist's head came down. And the moral of the story is, sometimes we physicists have to know when to keep our mouths shut. Okay?